evening. Hope everybody's well. Everybody's doing the thing. New widgets are working. So this is just drop this back a bit. So we've got Thursday night shreds and chats. So this is just about basically just going to have a bit of a fiddle around on the guitar with some tracks I've worked out this week. Just figure out some melodies and work on some lick ideas. So if anybody's tuning in, feel free to throw in a suggestion on what you want to hear, or if you've something caught your ear, you think, oh, that's interesting, let me know. Just hit me on the chats. So I'm just going to warm up. Billy, can you hear me, man? How's the mic level? Hopefully, trying the Streamlabs again with the with Logic. No, it's not. Okay, turn it down. Seems alright. How's the mic level? Is that alright now? Thanks. I'm going to have to do this a bit because I can't figure out how to pan left and right in Streamlabs. I can pan left and right in OBS, but not in Streamlabs for some reason. I don't know why. Unless there's something I'm missing. Because I'm coming into my interface. I'm coming into my interface. Channel 1 for the vocal, channel 2 for the guitar. So if I switch it on all the time, I'm pretty sure you can hear my guitar when I'm playing, the twanky twank. Let me know if you can hear the guitar when I'm playing. Just the USB input. Yes, I'm going to be riding the mute switch a little bit. Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. Thanks for tuning in. M Audio, M-Track 2x2. It's a pretty good interface, but it's a little limited on what you can do on the back end, unfortunately. So I can only sort of control it from Logic as such. There's no sort of standalone controller, which is a bit of a bugger. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Just going to do a little bit of a fiddle around with this melody, see if I can find something. I wrote this one a couple of weeks ago, based around B minor, roughly. Let's see what comes out. Any suggestions? Hit me in the chat box. Play around with some intervals. that's enough of that fun, I reckon. Let's try a different tune. Okay. So I'm glad everyone could join me today for this little experiment that I'm doing. Hopefully everybody's well and alive in the world. So I'm just going to drop in a little different tune here. What am I going to look at next? I did a bunch of little streamy things through the week. Prepared a couple of ideas. B minor acoustic 119, okay. Here we go, this is a fun idea. Sort of did them up in differing levels of complexity, if you will. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I really enjoy that stuff. I'm actually going to start live streaming the interviews on Twitch, which will be fun. So I'm doing my first live stream on Twitch tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I love podcasts, man. Like, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the idea of I really like the sound of podcasts where you just have a long-form conversation. I just think it's probably the best way to find out cool stuff. Every time I've done a podcast, yeah, well, I'm starting it tomorrow, and what I'm going to do is maybe do it twice a week. So once a week, have the live interview on Twitch, and then play an episode as a stream, just so people can catch up then. Because I think tomorrow's one is like episode 35. So there's like, there's a fair few hours of content there, because each one's about an hour and a half, so you're probably looking at about 50 hours of content there. And they're really interesting. Everyone's got a great story, even people that I've known for years and have, played with and had long-standing relationships with. They've all got something to say. Well, tomorrow I'll be doing video, so I'll be doing a screen capture of the Zoom interview. So, yeah, it's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So if you're into that sort of stuff, it's with an amazing singer, a jazz vocalist called Cecilia Stalin. I've done a bunch of open mics and nights around London with her. She's ridiculously talented. Swedish lady. Really cool vocalist. Really cool attitude, really cool story. Yeah, so 1 o'clock tomorrow. 1 o'clock on Friday, the 5th, I believe. So yeah, that'll be fun. So this one is a just check the levels, make sure that's pretty good. This little jam is a jam in B minor again. That's about a B minor week. But this one's actually like a Dorian thing, switches between a natural minor and a Dorian. So yeah, basically thinking about it as sort of a B minor to A major really. But also, that's only the tags in the main body of it. It's basically, you think about D major really. So because it's such a simple groove, the trick is finding a hook in there that sounds good but isn't cheesy. So maybe if you hear me playing something and you think that's not shit, thumbs up or something. I'm gonna search for a melody for a little while. Hey Rorschach, how are you, man? Thanks for swinging by. Just trying to work out some licks and some lines over this little loop I wrote. Still here, man. Still figuring out what the hell I'm doing on this thing. Don't really know. But I was just saying to Billy, I'm going to be streaming an episode of my podcast tomorrow in the live taping. So I do a podcast every week called the Performing Musicians Podcast. Yeah, thanks, man. It's a get the light on it. Yeah, get the light. It's an Ibanez AZ242 BC. Yeah, it's lovely. It's like a chocolate burst. It's like a tobacco burst, it's called. Yeah, bots would be good. Only problem is I'm not doing the requests tonight, so I might have to set up a different bot. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out a melody. I sort of stumbled across something, but any suggestions are more than welcome. Is that the Jake Wilson one that's just come out with the really cool backing? Yeah, mutual friend of ours, well, Billy's cousin, did an entry for that. It was ridiculous. He played, it was like a hollow body, like a Gibson thing. It was off the wall, man. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I actually, funnily enough, Rorschach, I just went and joined the JTC community. I've never really been on it before. There's some awesome entries on there, man. Really cool. Like, the level of skill is off the wall. So yeah, I haven't actually thought about it, to be honest. Actually, that's a lie. I thought about it for a minute, and then I had a look at some of the entries, and I went, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it's on Facebook, man. You just go on Facebook and just go to the JTC. JTC, I think it's Jam of the Month Facebook group, and yeah, everybody's uploading to there. Like there's huge amounts of uploads there. Yeah, I think I counted like 20 just for that track. So you can, and I mean, if you go to the JTC website, you can download it for free and just play along. I mean, it's only like a minute, I think. What I am going to do is download Billy's. In fact, I've already downloaded Billy's track. I'm going to have a bit of a play over that first, because that's a little bit less saturated at the moment until Billy becomes a huge star. So yeah, go and check it out, man. Download it, have a bit of a play. It's a JTC Jam of the Month group, I think, on Facebook. What do we think of that melody? The only thing I find playing melodies on guitar always, it's really easy. It's really hard not to get overcomplicated, just because it's so much fun. So the trick I always do is try and sing along when I'm playing it, and if I can sing it while I'm playing it, I'm on to something. So let's see if that works. Nice one, Rorschach. I look forward to your entry. Thanks, man. It's just called Extreme Laziness. Shave this once a week because it's proper easy. And this is just not shaving. No special talents. Let's see if I can lock this melody in. We're nearly there. I think I need to change the chord sequence actually to fit the melody. I hear a melody, but the chords don't fit it. Contemporary issues. The ascending line is it's a B, half diminished, I think. Yeah, it's like a yeah, so the chords are now it's kind of like one of these I'm playing like a B. It's kind of a unison thing on the flat 5. So it's almost like it's almost just like a straight flat and 5 triad, really, because of the way it's voiced. To the G. Yeah. It's pretty simple. Yeah. Yeah, but then it wouldn't be as tasty, man. You got that. Get the. Yeah, I love the minor 7s. I love the half diminished. It's the spicy ketchup for me. I love that shit. What is he doing? What is that crazy guy doing? Does he even know what a note is? This is jazz, man. Evil, spirit of jazz. I think I'm onto a melody here. What do you guys reckon? Hang on. Just see if I can get it locked in. Spirit of jazz. like that. What do you guys reckon? I think that's pretty cool. Just a bunch of silly notes, really. Don't know what that was. Sometimes you just let it go, really. Okay, so I'm going to have to listen back to this to remember what it was. That's all right. Anyway, cheers for hanging out, guys. I'm going to load up. No, it wasn't me, man. I don't do sexy lines. I'm far too white. I'm never bringing sexy back. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna load up the last one, dudes. $120. So if any of you guys got any ideas on like streams or things you might work or things you might want to see from someone who does the sort of things that I do, any ideas are greatly appreciated. So I'm sort of flailing around in the wilderness here, really, so oh no, dead air. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually, Billy. But I think what I might have to do is do sort of one song at a time, just because they're pretty big tracks, man. Actually, if I did that, I'd probably have to just sit down and practice them for like a month to make sure that I can play them all properly, because they're like my babies. I don't want them to be out there in the wild and not being well represented by me, especially. So I might do like a thing where each week I might do like a jam like this, and then maybe play through one of the original tunes off the EP that you so masterfully mixed and mastered for me, and then maybe break them down and talk about the techniques and stuff. Because pretty much everyone's got like at least one or two interesting techniques in there. So yeah, cool. That's a good idea. All right. Well, I might think about that one. Let's have a listen to this track. So this one's a in A. This one's written from a like a mode of the melodic minor. So I wrote this one looking at it as a dominant flat 6, if that's not too wanky. But it's sort of, it's looking at it as, you can look at it any sort of number of ways. Actually, this one's actually an A, to be honest. But yeah, it's based over E and A, really. So what I'll do is I'll do sort of like a simple thing. First look at it as like an E. Actually, I'll just play. I'll play the modality and see how you think it sounds. So yeah, that's kind of like a mode of the melodic minor, which is kind of like your 5th mode, I guess, which is your Mixolydian flat 6 or your dominant flat 6. Of course, it's got all the same notes as a mixo scale, but it's just got that flat 6 in there, which is like your minor 6. So it's got like a really cool tonality. What it does is it leaves it open to a whole bunch of stuff. For instance, you can play basically a minor pentatonic, an E minor pentatonic over it, and just include that major third occasionally. So almost like your blues scale, like your old school, most basic blues pentatonic over it with a flat 5, and it sounds cool. Yeah, so that sounds pretty cool, and that's just because you've got that major third. The only one you've got to be a little bit cautious around is the minor third. So that comes in the second chord, because the second chord, second cycle is. The 2 to the flat 3. So the first chord you can, if you dodge it, the second chord you can get the flat 3rd in there. So the other one you can use is the one that like Jack Gardner uses a bit, which is kind of your dominant blues scale, your mixo like add 4 scale, which is kind of this sort of sound. Sorry, Lydian flat 7 and E would be playing a B melodic minor. So that's this kind of sound. I mean, it would work. You just have to be. It's not really theory as such. It's just what sounds good and bad. I reckon. Really, a little bit of theory is good, but it's more like what's pleasing to the ear. And also, I've always find what's pleasing to the ear for me is not pleasing to the ear for everyone. Exactly. It's exactly like picking colours. It's like the art metaphor. Some people like impressionists, some people like realism, some people like, I don't know, pictures of bums. I like that too. But so you could use a Lydian flat 7, which is also a mode of the melodic minor, but because it's so, I think simply for this one, because it's so based in the A melodic minor, you're moving up one step to introduce the Lydian. Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to just get your head around it. I'm actually doing a course on that at the moment, basically integrating all the notes of the harmonized major scale from the pentatonic. So if you know your pentatonics, you can do all the notes of the harmonized major scale. And from the harmonized major scale, it's very simple to get your melodic minors. And from your melodic minors, which is basically a minor with a major 7, if you learn the modes of that one, you're pretty dialed in. With some diminished, you're there. So, and the rest is just looking up on the internet, man. So I'm just going to introduce just the harmonic minor now, the A harmonic minor, which would become the Phrygian dominant. Or actually, before we do that, let's just do a straight Mixolydian, and we'll try and dodge that flat 6. So here's how you could play this without knowing too much theory. If you heard this, to be really colourful, you could play an E Mixolydian, which is just the 5th degree, the 5th mode of your harmonized major scale. So it sounds like this. all I'm really playing there is an A major. So yeah, that's like the simple, like not a simple way, I guess, but like hey Tony, how are you, mate? Welcome on board to the stream. We're just we've gotten a bit nerdy with some theory happening here, mate. So you might have jumped in at a funny spot. We're talking about modes of the melodic minor. Jeff. But what we're going to do now is we've had a look at the fourth. Yeah, Tony Bowen music, everybody. Check Tony out. Tony's awesome, great singer, great songwriter, a legend request demon. Go and check out Tony's streams. He's called the Human Jukebox. You can pretty much throw any tune at him and he'll have a crack at it. Also a hell of a nice guy. Welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the club. Anyway, so we've had a look at it as a the melodic minor. Now then we looked at it as a minor, just a straight minor. And then your mixo and your mixolydian with the add 4. Yeah, I think that's my first spam. I feel nice. So now we're going to introduce the Phrygian dominant into this, which is basically just playing the A harmonic minor over the E. So it's your harmonic minor is your minor with the major 7. So it sounds like this. If you put it over the E, it gives you a thing called a Phrygian dominant. It gives you all the Ingwe lines, man. All the widdly diddlies. Those sort of sounds. So I really like the Phrygian dominant. Yeah, widdly diddlies, baby. Just because it gives you that, just a different tonality. So this song, there's so much, because it's got those spaces in between the notes, you can put so much colour in there. So just a bit more of the Phrygian dominant, which is the A harmonic minor over the E. So that's a bit of fun. And then what you can do is you can introduce actually what's called a Hungarian minor. So if we're thinking about it as in A minor, it sounds like this. Yes, that's some possibilities. So you've got like the melodic minor modality. You've got a straight minor pentatonic. You've got a dominant you can play over. You've got a dominant with a 4. You could play just a straight Mixolydian scale, avoiding the sip. Then you can do like the harmonic minors, which is your Phrygian dominants. So if that sounds too, if I talked about it, you're basically playing a harmonic minor over the E, which gives you that lick that I played before. Which is the Reservoir Dogs, I think, Reservoir Dogs. So yeah, there's some fun ideas. So what I'm going to have to do now is go back to that one we worked out before and remember that melody. Well, thanks for hanging out, dudes. Tony, nice to see you. Reservoir Dogs, it is Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I can't remember what it was. Sorry, Billy. I'll if you can remember what it was, man, I'm gonna bump this to YouTube. So maybe if you have a look at that. Happy to show you anything. I mean, you know, so it's not a mystery. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing a live stream of my podcast. Actually, Tony Bowen, if you're still watching, he's been on that podcast. Okay, you do that, man. You transcribe it, and then I'll know it as well. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing a live stream of the podcast with Cecilia Stalin. That's going to be awesome fun. Then on Monday, I'm going to do another live stream of the recording with a good friend of mine, Chris Dillon from Australia. He is an amazing agent and musician, singer, songwriter, all-round legend from Australia. We're going to do a live stream of that on. That'll be Monday at about 10 o'clock. Then Wednesday will be my regular acoustic stream, and then Thursday, another one of these. Get some backing tracks together. Probably go over one of the tracks off the EP, the new EP Poe, which you can find everywhere, which Billy mixed and mastered. So check that out. You can find all those links on my page. There's a link to the podcast, my website, and all my socials there. So come and check me out, you beautiful bastards. All right, dudes. I'm going to see you later.